Welcome to Fitzy's Fabulous Scrapbooks. I'm Michelle Fitzgerald, aka Fitzy. I'm an independent advisor for creative memory scrapbooking, and I'm here to help you make fabulous scrapbooks. Today, we are going to focus on the border maker system. I'm going to show you how to use it. I'm going to show you how to determine when a cartridge is a chain, a negative knockout, or one that stays attached to the paper. And I have this cool little trick I'm going to show you. You may have seen it before, but you may not have. So I'm going to show you that little technique and we'll have some fun. So there's a lot to do. So I'm going to just get us right over to my workspace and we will get started. All right. I'm going to add a little light here just to get rid of some of the shadows. Hopefully that's helpful. Okay, so the border maker system is what I would call a speed tool. It gives you the ability to add decorative elements to your page quickly and easily. And that's why I love it so much. All right, so there's a few different pieces to it. The first piece, I'll do this one first. This is the housing unit, okay? And you know what, let me just lift these papers. These are all the cartridges that are available right now. And these are some that I have available in my personal inventory, but are no longer available on the website. I'll go over all of that in a little bit. Okay, so what I want to show you is basically, let's see how to use it, okay? This is our housing unit. So it houses the cartridges. So you take any cartridge and every cartridge has these two metal prongs, okay? They should always stick out of the housing unit. So I label all of mine, by the way. I love my label maker. I had to get a new one. My old one died. And I'll tell you the funny story about that in a few minutes. But you always want to put it in so it just slides right in and you'll hear it click into place. All right. So if you notice the two little metal, I don't know, nodules, we'll call them, they stick out. All right. And there's a reason for that. And you'll see in a sec. Now, I also want you to pay attention to, and it's hard to see. Oh, there it is. I think that's a good view. This little piece that sticks up right here, that's going to play an important part of getting your borders created. So remember this little white line on the housing unit. Now, for those of you who are looking at this and thinking, hey, her border maker system looks different from mine. Well, mine is from old creative memories. The only thing that's different is the color scheme. The new one that is from new creative memories is blue and white. But this is what the old one looks like from old company. And you know what? It still works. So I'm going to use it. All right. So that's the housing unit. Now we have the paper guide. The paper guide has a few different things that you should know about it. First, there is a ruler on it, okay? I have to say, I don't use the ruler on this too much, but every now and then it does come in handy. So it's good to have it, all right? Now, this strip here is a magnet, and this strip here is a magnet. So when you slide your paper in and you click down on the bar, see how it's just gives it a nice, firm, strong hold. So your paper won't slip. And that's really important. Now, if I flip it over, you're going to see this blue piece. Okay. And that is, I call it the paper tray. Excuse me. So I'm just going to lift that up and snap it into place. So it looks like that. So now I can take a piece of paper. I'm going to lift the bar and I'm going to slide my paper in. And I'm going to go all the way to the edge here, like so. So I should come all the way to the edge of the paper tray, all right? And then once I've got the paper lined up like that, I'm going to close the paper tray and click it back into its original space underneath. Now I can start punching my border. So let's pick one I haven't done already here. Let's do the camera chain. That's always a fun one. All right. So now what I want you to also notice on the paper guide are these little notches here. Okay. Now, remember how I told you, and see, there's one here, and they go all the way down, these little notches on the bar. Well, guess what happens? This little white line that I showed you on the housing unit matches up to each notch, and that's how you know where to punch. All right, so let me just kind of move these out of the way a little bit so you know what I am talking about. So I'm going to line up that white line that's on my housing unit to the first notch on the bar, and I'm going to punch. And I'm going to move it and line it up to the second notch and punch. And I'm going to do that all the way down. And if I'm using a 12 by 12 piece of paper, I am going to get a 12-inch border. Just like that. How cute and easy was that? And sometimes you'll get like little pieces. You can just either easily tear them off or take a pair of scissors and take them off that way. But very easy to do. All right. And yes, you will get some residual stuff, but from the camera punch, you get these little circles. And I can see how these could be used in other ways. Look at that. So I know a lot of people call this fallout. I've heard lots of people call it punch poop. I don't think that's my favorite term, but I guess it's accurate. All right, so I'm going to just move that to the side. So that is the basic idea behind this particular punch. Now, what I also want to show you is on my paper, see this yellow line? Well, that's a piece of cardstock. It's 1/4 of an inch thick. And I would advise anybody who has the border maker system to do what I did and make a 1/4 inch line, a 1/4 inch strip of a paper that's really going to stand out. I used goldenrod, so that stands out. You notice it. Because what I want to show you is a technique that we'll be creating in just a few minutes. And that little piece, that 1/4 inch strip, is going to be an integral part of creating. Okay. So bear with me for a moment, because now I want to show you the difference between the 3 different types of cartridges. Okay. So the first type we have, I like to call it the negative knockout. All right. So I go ahead and I punch. Now this is one of the new punches, the zebra stripe. All right. And the design is the negative space that's left behind. Look how cool that is, right? Now, what I could do, this is what came out of here, right? And I could, if I wanted to, just to add a little splash of color, I could flip this and use the reverse side, right? And now I'd have like this white and corally type look, which would be pretty cool. Okay. But that is a negative knockout type of punch. And right now in our current line, we have 3. Okay. And those 3 are the new zebra stripe. I think you can see that pattern. There we go. All right. And then we have the canoe wave. All right. And this one's really cute. And I actually have it up here. So it makes little canoes that come out. And then again, like I said, I can flip it over and put it in that negative space. And now I have color. Or I could just leave it blank in like here and let the black show through. But it gives you different options. And I love that. All right. And the third negative space one that we have is the Chevron Arrows. All right. So these are our negative knockout border maker cartridges that are available right now. All right. So that's one type of cartridge. All right. Now the next type that we're going to look at are the ones that stay attached to the paper. Now this is the rolling sails. All right. But we also have the brand new Sunshine Arches. Okay. This is the rolling waves, the one that you see punched here on my paper. I love this one. This is the Sandcastle, great for a beach layout. And the next one is beautiful. It's called Flourish Vine. Now, on the website, if you notice, it's not available again until September. They apparently sold out and they're getting a new stash sometimes in September. I'm showing it because it is still in the current line and they are bringing it back. And I do have one in my inventory if you're in desperate need and need it right away. All right. So those are the 4 stay attached ones that we still have. All right. And then we have the chains, and the chains come away from the paper. They detach from the paper that you're punching on. And we have, I think, about 6 of those in our current line. So what I just punched for you was the camera chain. And then this is called the double fan. We have the circle chain, mirrored scallops. There we go, that's a better view. We have the jammies. This one's adorable. And if you turn them upside down, it makes a cool Halloween spread because now it looks like gravestones. How fun is that? And the last one that we have is Lamplight. Okay, this one's been out for a while. It's a cool one though. I really like it. All right. Now, how do you know the difference? So say you're in a class and the instructor says, all right, now I need you to use one of your chain border maker cartridges. Well, how do I know that this is a chain and this isn't? Well, it's actually a simple little tell that's on your cartridge. So when you look at the little icon here, if you notice, if it stays attached to the paper, you have the straight edge on the bottom of the design. All right. So Sunshine Arches, look at that straight edge on the bottom. Rolling sails, see that straight edge on the bottom? That tells you it stays attached to the paper. Again, the Sandcastles, see that nice straight edge all along the bottom. So it goes along the whole bottom of the item that you're punching. Okay, Flourish Vine does the same thing. Now, when you're looking at the chains, the camera one's a little tricky because the bottom edge is straight. However, the straight edge on the bottom does not go from start to finish. So that's how you know this one is a chain, because it doesn't go the whole length of what gets punched out. And look here. The double fan has no straight edge on the bottom, right? And neither does the circle chain. It's all circles. And the mirrored scallop chain. Again, there's no straight edge, it's all rounded. And the jammies, the same thing, no straight edge. And the lamplight, again, no straight edge. All right. And if you know the names, if it's a chain, it says it in the name. However, when you're looking at these, you don't always remember what the names are. They come out with so many. And that's why I put the name of each cartridge on with my with my label maker. Because for me, now I'm an advisor. If you're not an advisor, you may not feel the need to do that. But if somebody says, hey, Michelle, what one are you using? I like to just be able to say circle chain. Makes my life a lot easier. Now, with the knockout negatives, what you're going to see is the picture that you're looking at is black. Okay, so that tells me that's a negative because the canoe is black. And my zebra stripes are black. But you can tell that's a knockout negative because those shapes are going to come out, and that's the part I want to use, or maybe not. And then here's my chevron arrows. And again, there's a lot of black space there, so I know that's a knockout negative. All right. So hopefully that helps you determine, because it is a little tricky. I'm not going to lie. All right. Now, for the really fun thing I want to show you. Remember how I told you to put this little yellow line? Like so. Okay. The reason is, I'm going to bring these out. You can do double borders. So this is the sunshine arches. They're still attached. Okay. And look at the cool design it makes. And here's the circle chain. And again, they're attached. Really fun, right? And this is the chevron arrows, and they're attached. All right. So it's all about this line here, how you get that to work. And what I have found is this technique works on any type of cartridge. However, it doesn't work on every cartridge. So I have found you just have to play around and see which ones it works with and which ones it doesn't. The only one I have had trouble with as of right now is the Canoe Wave. For some reason, it always breaks apart. So it just may not be one of those cartridges that will work with this particular technique, or maybe I just haven't had the patience to do it correctly. I'm not really sure. But let me show you how to get this to work. So you need a piece of paper that's at least 4 inches wide. All right. And you're just going to fold it in half. Just like that. All right. Now you're going to slide it under the bar, and you want to make sure that the fold goes in first. So the open end is facing out to the left. All right. So your folded edge, and what you're going to do is bring the folded edge to the edge of your 1/4 inch strip, my yellow 1/4 inch strip. And once I have it there, I'm going to lock down my little magnetic bar, and then I'm going to close my tray. And now I have to pick my cartridge. So let's see, what one do I want to try? Let's try the mirrored scallops. I haven't done that one yet with this. Oh, no, you know what I want to see? It's flourish. I think that's going to look really pretty. All right, so let's see how this goes. Now, remember, you're cutting through 2 layers because this paper is folded. So take your time and just press down as hard as you can. And we'll see if this one works. I can't tell if it is or not. It may not, but we'll see. Oh, it didn't. But isn't that a pretty cartridge? So that's what I mean. It's trial and error. You got to play with it so you can see which ones will work and which ones won't. So let's try another one. I always like exploring. So let's see if we can try. Let me fold a piece of paper here. And remember, your paper needs to be at least 4 inches wide. If it's wider, that's fine. But you need it to be at least 4 inches wide because you're folding it. All right, let's try. And again, you just want to line it up like so. And all right, let's try that mirrored scallops. I was going to do that one. Oops, I moved my paper. So let me realign it. This paper may not be wide enough. Let me just see. Yeah, I don't think it's going to hold. So let me, oh no. Yeah, it's slipping. That must not be my 4-inch wide one. Oh, I think it's a little less. No, it is 4. All right. Well, we'll try it again. Hey. Oh, I think that'll do it. Oh. So you do have to be careful because it does slip a little. All right. And I just have that little end there. But look at that. Here, we'll put it this way. Isn't that cool? Beautiful design. So play around with the cartridges. This, I don't know. I just think this is so much fun. And yeah, it gets a little hairy at times because it doesn't always do what you want it to do when you want it to do it. But don't get, too distressed over it. Just play around with it. That's what's so fun about paper crafting, is you play and you discover new things. Sometimes it doesn't come out the way you want it to. Sometimes it comes out better than what you thought it was going to do. So have fun with that. All right. So I'm just wiping all that away. But I love this technique, and play around. And I'm going to try the Splash Fine again because this is one of my favorite cartridges. Just look at that, right? Isn't that pretty? Put it like this. Just a beautiful design on that. I can see why it sold out. All right. So let me just show you. These are the cartridges that I do have in my personal inventory. So if anyone is looking for these and is in need, I'm happy to sell some of these off. So I have Footprints. I have Rolling Sunshine. This was in one of the secret boxes. I have Honeycomb, and this makes a beautiful design when you do the double. Oh, it's gorgeous. I love that one. And I do have an apple chain, and I have actually used the apples as fish too. I love versatility. All right, and then I have the little ghosts. I think I have one left of those. Let me hold it up better so you can see. Oh, there we go. The little ghosts, they're so cute. I have one of the bridge left. And I have Starry. This is such a pretty one too. All right. So now go back and look at all your cartridges and see if you know what they are. Are they detachable? Are they a negative knockout, or do they stay attached to the paper? So I hope you have found this helpful. And I hope that I will see you again next week. Keep in mind that this is Fitzy's Fabulous Scrapbooks. And if you want, a lot of my YouTubers have been joining our Facebook group, and we are happy to have you. We are called FRQ Glitz Girls Scrapbooking Group, and we're a free community of scrappers. We'd love to have more people join us and have fun. So feel free, you just have to answer a couple of questions and then we can approve you. It's all good. And if you have any comments or suggestions, please feel free to email me at fitzy'sfabulousscrapbooks@gmail.com. And I have to tell you, last week I was noticing people saying hello from Kentucky and hello from wherever they are. And I love that. I love knowing who's watching and where they're from. So please give me a shout out in the comments. Say hello and tell me where you're from. I'd love to know. It's so much fun knowing that people from all different places are here with me when I'm doing these videos. It's so fun. And I would love to be your advisor. So if you don't already have one, please, I encourage you to check out my website at www.creativememories.com/user/Michelle Fitz. And if this is something you think you'd like to do, I have a growing team and I would love to have you be a part of it. So please feel free to message me or email me. Reach out to me. I'd love to talk to you, answer any questions you have, and I'd love to welcome you on my team. We're a lot of fun. All right. So that's all I have for today. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it was helpful too, because I know a lot of people are always like, how do I know what's a chain and what isn't? Well, hopefully now you do. And I thank you again for watching, and I will see you next time. I'm here every Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Savings Time. Please click like if you like the video. And if you're not already a subscriber, please subscribe. I'd love to have you. All right. Thank you again for watching. See you next time. Bye for now.